And now to some headlines. Boeing is now pledging $100 billion to help families involved in the crashes of two of their 737 MAX jets. The company has faced multiple lawsuits from victims' families, investigations by federal authorities, and calls for compensation. The money will be paid in multiple installments over the next few years, with funds to support education, living expenses for impacted families, plus community groups. Boeing is still working on a fix for the grounded 737 MAX jet. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani now says the country will be enriching uranium levels beyond what was expected in the 2015 nuclear deal, starting Sunday. On Monday, Iran started to increase its stockpile of low-grade enriched uranium over the limits set in the agreement. Rouhani is calling on European nations to relieve economic pressures from the United States sanctions. A Libyan airstrike killed 44 people today near the capital of Tripoli. The strike hit a compound that housed weapons and was directly adjacent to a detention center holding roughly 150 migrants. The United Nations gave an initial figure of 44 dead and more than 130 wounded, but the number of casualties is expected to rise. The UN Human Rights Chief, Michelle Bachelet, said the attack must be investigated as a war crime. Today, the nation mourned the loss of Luis Alvarez, former NYPD detective who last month made an emotional plea to Congress on the importance of extending benefits for those who responded to the 9/11 terror attacks. Thousands of people showed up to show their respects. Among the crowds, hundreds of police officers lined the streets in Astoria, Queens. Alvarez had a 20-year career with the NYPD and will be remembered by many for his heroic acts of bravery.